Great. Dada, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here with all of you. So in many ways, Spotlight Initiative is not a natural fit for the stage this morning. We are a UN-hosted fund with a quite traditional donor, the European Union, as Dada said, €500 million investment in ending violence against women and girls. But there's a reason why I'm here. We have integrated innovation in 3 ways. The first is the content of what it is that we're doing. The second is how it is that we're doing it. And the third is where we are taking this fund into the future. So the first is our content. Spotlight Initiative, Ending Violence Against Women and Girls, is an SDG fund. As such, it is intended to contribute towards the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals at the country level. And it's focused on one specific area, ending violence against women and girls. As our Deputy Secretary General often says, Goal 5 on gender equality is the docking station for all of the goals. Why is this? Because without the meaningful participation of half our societies, without their expertise, their capacity, their knowledge, we will not reach the 2030 agenda. We know that women in business is good for the bottom line. We know that, that women's equal participation in the labor force literally unlocks trillions of dollars for our national economies. And we know that women's participation in peace processes, we can in fact quantify the impact on sustainability in the long run. This is a huge driver of the goals. But the largest obstacle to women's meaningful participation across all areas of life is violence against women and girls. I'm sure you all know the statistics. 1 in 3 women will experience violence in their lives. In some countries, this number is double that. I invite you for a few hours this afternoon to walk around your world with that statistic in mind, because we rarely think about people when we talk about statistics. But walk around your world and put a face to the statistics of 1 in 3. I promise you it will shift your perception. The violence that women and girls face in schools, in communities, in public life impacts the ability to participate in all areas of life. So Spotlight Initiative's first innovation is that it is about creating a foundation, the pre-required conditions for the achievement of all of our goals. And in doing this, we are documenting the way in which addressing violence leads to a knock-on impact on all of the goals and on the success of all of the goals. The second innovation is in the way in which we are working. We have evidence that the single largest contributor to ending violence against women and girls is a strong women's movement at the country level. So we are investing in that. We have a dedicated pillar on building a women's movement, and we've put civil society at the center of everything that we are doing. They design the programs. They help to implement the programs. They work hand in glove with donors, with national governments, with the United Nations. And they monitor us. They shadow monitor everything that the program is doing. And in doing this, we are shifting power relations at the country level and contributing to what in many spaces right now is a shrinking civic space. And the third element of innovation is where we are going. 500 million euros is a significant investment, but it is seed funding. We are operating in 26 countries at the moment. We are a demonstration fund. The idea is that we demonstrate the impacts that we can have, and we then invite others to come to the table in order to levy this and to scale it up in other countries. But in order to have a real impact, Spotlight Initiative is working to leverage this initial investment to shift our funding base to a mixed model of funding and financing. A new generation of financing mechanisms is mobilizing private capital in addition to public sector resources to achieve gender equality and end violence against women and girls. And we need to be a part of that. Global private financial assets are estimated at $200 trillion. Achieving the SDGs is a drop in the bucket, 500 trillion of this. Closing that gap is a matter of political will. But beyond this, we are seeing a new generation of investors. Traditional investors are more aware in the Me Too era of the risks and impacts of violence in the workplace and home on their bottom line. Additionally, from next year, 2/3 of private wealth in this country will be in the hands of women. 1/3 of private wealth globally will be in the hands of women. And what we are seeing increasingly is that these women want to know that what they are investing in not only impacts their bottom line, but equally is contributing to the public good, whether it be climate justice, gender equality, or other social justice elements. This is a huge opportunity. So in Mexico, Samoa, Malawi, and PNG, Spotlight Initiative is working with women's organizations to leverage these new conditions. We're organizing workshops at the local level to strengthen women's organizations' knowledge on finance, to stimulate demand for debt financing for those working in the sector. This includes specific trainings on crowdfunding in several countries. We are creating attractive financing schemes to channel national investors' capital towards these organizations, ensuring they understand how this affects their return on investment more generally and the impact of resilient communities on investments in all sectors. Spotlight is also exploring the possibility to partner with specialized finance institutions to prepare blended finance proposals that would decrease investment risk by providing investments to a structured portfolio of civil society and social enterprises. From being the single funder and service provider, we are looking to change the narrative for Spotlight Initiative to act as a facilitator between investors, governments, and empowered implementing partners. So from our goal to our contribution to the way in which we work and where we are going, Spotlight Initiative represents an innovative model for delivering on the Sustainable Development Goals together. Thank you.